2018 was a rough year for the GMC Acadia. This ultimately prompted GMC to quickly announce a new refresh for the model just a couple years after the last refresh, and we finally have some more information on what to expect in this new refresh, and we're going to dive into that today. Phil Brook, VP of Marketing for GMC, attributes the decline in sales to increased competition in the segment, but GMC hopes that another refresh can really get the Acadia back on track, similar to how it did back in 2017 when they last refreshed the model. This refresh led to 110,000 units being sold, which is a record for the GMC Acadia, but these sales quickly fell by about 28% just 1 year later in 2018, which led to the quick turnaround on a whole new refresh. So in the 2020 Acadia, we can expect to see updated styling as well as a new engine option. Unfortunately, the base engine remains the same, and it's going to be a sluggish, naturally aspirated 2.5-liter inline-4. The new engine, however, will come standard on the SLT and Denali trims and features a turbocharged 2-liter inline-4, which produces 230 horsepower and 258 pound-feet of torque, which is a pretty adequate amount for a vehicle this size, and is pretty in line with what you can expect in this segment of large crossovers. And then as an optional upgrade, we still have the 3.6-liter naturally aspirated V6, which produces the most horsepower at 310 and 271 pound-feet of torque. Perhaps more exciting though is that all trims will feature a new 9-speed automatic, which would really benefit performance and efficiency and be a big upgrade from the outgoing transmission. Inside the vehicle, this transmission is mated to a new electronic shifter with toggle switches and buttons arranged horizontally in the place of a traditional gear shift. This is sort of an evolution on the E-shifter that was released in the 2018 GMC Terrain, so it's familiar, but it is an updated version. Other changes inside include an updated infotainment system, increased storage in the rear, and actually additional space up front for the driver and passenger. Also noteworthy in the 2020 model is that there's going to be a new trim. The AT4 will actually slot in between the top-of-the-line Denali and the one-step down SLT trims. This allows GMC to make the Denali more premium, along with a more premium price tag, while filling the gap that's left behind with the new, still pretty upscale AT4 trim. Essentially, this is really an attempt to broaden the potential market for this vehicle in response to the poor sales that they're seeing currently, as well as the increased competition from other manufacturers, foreign and domestic. But unfortunately, pricing has not yet been released. But looking at the current 2019 models, they start at about $30,000 for a base model and about $47,000 for Denali. So based on them adding a new trim in the upper stack, we can expect the pricing to grow quite a bit on the high end. So I'm expecting we're going to see something similar to what we looked at a couple days ago with the 2020 Ford Explorer, where the base models are going to go up very marginally, try and stay in the same segment, but the high-end trims are going to see the greatest increase in price. So I'd predict that the new Denali trim will shoot up to the low to mid $50,000 range, with the AT4 probably sliding in around $47,000 like the previous Denali trim was. It certainly is interesting to see GMC refresh this model so shortly after they just did back in 2017, but they really seem motivated to pick up the sales of the Acadia, and apparently in their eyes they can definitely see how it is falling behind to the competition and isn't as compelling or competitive as other offerings in the market. So in some ways it's really good to see them care enough and invest the money in refreshing this right away, but it also means that they better fix it and improve the sales, otherwise it's going to be a very expensive investment. But what do you guys think about the refresh so far based on the images you've seen and the kind of features I've gone over here? Do you think this makes sense? Does it make it more competitive in the market? And if you're looking in the segment, what are your thoughts versus the competition? I'm just curious to hear what you guys think. But that brings this video to an end, so make sure you hit that like button if you enjoyed it and get subscribed. And in the meantime, I'll see you in the next video.